36 years.
Okay,
Hey, sir.
it is
Wait for
Monday,
duty.
September 18th, 6 PM. And I'd like to bring to order the Douglas Board of Health meeting. First on the agenda, all right,
Yes.
we have, oh, okay, yeah. What is it?
Tanya.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I actually-
Tanya, very lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We had a little problem, and maybe you can explain what happened here. and-
Sure. I have a young girl, Sydney, she sold to a minor. I paid the $1,000 fine. I made her take the course over again. I've been running that store for 36 years.
Yes.
We have never sold to a minor.
Mhm.
I reprimanded her, and the fine that they gave me was $1,000, and then they asked for me not to sell tobacco products for 3 days.
Okay.
That would probably be between $5,000 and $6,000 to not sell tobacco for 3 days. I was hoping there would be a little bit of mercy on me.
So, basically, that they sent a person into the store?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
She carded that person, well, she asked that person for ID, I believe, and they did not have it, and she still sold the cigarettes.
Okay. It's kind of important that, you know,
Oh, I know.
your employees are trained, and I'm sure you do.
They are trained.
Right.
She started crying, I don't know why she did it. She knows now, we're on
Sure.
probation for 36 months, it cost us $1,000.
Now, did this young man, or whoever came in, did they have a license to show, or?
No, she made a bad judgment call. It wasn't me, I don't know why she did it, she's been trained, she's being retrained. She said it will never happen again, and now she cards every person.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
I told her, you're lucky to have a job, we're on probation, you ruined my perfect record.
Exactly. No, I agree.
I took
know
pride on that record.
I know that you work very hard at it, and
Yes,
I feel that it's unfortunate that it
Yes.
happened,
yes.
but, we have to,
And I
Kinda
do
look
know-
at the whole
I do
situation.
know that, I realize that.
Mhm.
Some businesses, they just paid a fine, and,
that, the one you're referring to, that was a mistake.
yeah, well, now yeah.
Yeah. But, does anybody have any comments here, or would like to add to? We all have seen her working the store, she's very diligent about what she does and how she does it.
What are our options, Bob?
Yeah, that was.
Right.
Well, she's appealing
So the
the,
state says 3 days, but that doesn't
State
mean
is 1 to 30.
1 to 30 days is the state.
Well, it's the Tobacco Alliance, and normally they do 3.
So the
Yeah.
minimum is 1 though?
The minimum's 1. So if we choose,
The recommendation is 3, you can do up to
recommendation is
30.
3,
Mhm.
but the board can decide to do 1, and if you do 1, then the 2 remaining days, so say something happens within 36 months, the 2 remaining days would go into the next suspension, which would be
Yeah.
a 7-day suspension plus the 2 from this time.
okay.
Okay, now the last time this had happened, there was, there was a problem with the paperwork, right?
Right,
And that's
from the
what happened.
Alliance.
There was a,
Yes.
Right, there was a,
they had screwed something up.
yep,
Um,
that
So,
is why it was waived.
and then, so the 3 days of the recommendation, what you're saying is if we do less than 3, if there's another violation within 3 years, that extra days would be tacked on to
Yes.
that, which
Which
is a
is already
minimum
gonna
of,
be 7. Minimum of 7.
minimum of 7 the second time,
Plus 2. Plus 2.
and a lot more money, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
So it would be, if we did 1, it would be 9 days this time. I would,
Right.
So you have been fined $1,000,
Yes, and I
correct?
paid that.
Yeah, she did.
And you paid that right away, yes.
so.
How does the board feel about?
I have an opinion.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think 1 day would be sufficient.
Yeah.
I think a 1 day, that's what, you know, they've had a good record for a long time. I think 1 day, I mean, I'm sure, you know, obviously you can't sell tobacco to minors, but those guys can be pretty convincing and pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well,
Not sneaky, but,
Sneaky.
you know, I mean.
I think that is the word.
Yeah, a little bit, you know?
Creative.
Yeah, right, very convincing. They can be.
The way I
Very
feel
convincing.
about it too is that, you know, she's run that operation for many years. And she really does a good job. And we're not,
Oh, I know that.
but we're not here to drive people out of business,
No,
believe
I
me.
know that, I
We
realize
just want,
that.
we want to help you when we can.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you know, I think what Corey was referring to is that, you know, I think it's a good idea myself, but of course the board has to agree,
Right.
you know.
So the minimum we can do is 1 day?
And
Yeah.
then, you cannot do less than 1 day.
Then I would recommend the 1 day this time, and like you said, if it happens again, it gets tacked on, whether we like it or not, so.
Okay, does everybody
That's the
agree
option
to
two
that?
here.
Yep.
Everybody,
Now, the 1 day would be, because they already gave you, I'm trying to find it, the specific
It's,
days.
yeah, I don't have
Friday.
it on me. I think it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So it would be Friday, you'd have to do that Friday.
Okay.
And you'll have to cover everything.
Right, I'm gonna get sheets.
Yeah.
And just cover, and I told them that's all tobacco. That means choosing everything, cigars, all of it.
All tobacco products too?
I believe,
from-
yes,
yeah.
everything.
Rolling papers right up the line to?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, all
Okay.
tobacco items.
I think that's gonna hurt enough on a Friday, so.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
yeah.
we do, just in cigarettes, we probably do 1,300, never mind the other stuff.
Right,
The cigars, the
Of course.
tobacco, the Zyn.
All right, that's my.
I think that's fair, I mean, I think
Thank
that.
you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
Do we wanna make a motion for
Yeah,
that? Or
please.
is there a discussion? Is anybody gonna?
I
We'll make
think
the
that,
motion, then we'll have a discussion.
All right, I'll make a motion that we suspend the tobacco license for 1 day on a Friday, for Tanya and the Easy Mart.
okay.
And
Yeah,
continue
So it's September
the remaining
28th.
2
Oh,
days.
so
It's
whatever.
September
Finding.
28th,
Discussion?
Yeah, I'm sorry, add September 28th to that.
so
meeting.
September 28th.
Okay, is there
So
discussion?
we're gonna use the phrasing here, and it's been suggested in option 2.
Okay.
Yes, so I'll make the recommendation for Easy Mart, the tobacco, whatever, you can't sell it for, reduce it to at least 1 day, continue the remaining 2 days without a finding, only to be served if another violation occurs within the 36-month period. So suspend the license for 1 day on the 28th.
Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is this phrase tolling period. And I don't recall having heard it before.
I think what they mean is within that 36 months,
Yeah.
that is the period that they cannot have another violation.
And I'm sure there won't be, right?
They
No,
can have a
God,
violation,
no.
but it will be,
No.
yeah.
So I would second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
You also.
Right, thank you.
I think it was worth you coming, right?
It was, absolutely, definitely.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank
You
you.
also.
Drive safe, it's wet out there.
It is.
Is that Hannah Road?
Hannah V. Rose?
No.
No? Okay.
Single-use plastics, you know what, I don't like single-use plastics, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Would you like to, Bob?
Yes.
Would you like to
yes,
find
sir.
out why that lady
why I
is here?
drink well water.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah. Ma'am, are you here for a reason? Are you just?
I just wanted to know what the Board of Health does.
Oh, okay, that's
I
fine.
When you
have
find
so
out,
much
tell us.
trouble just even finding out when there's meetings. So I got, I signed up for the alert and told me there's a meeting. I said, oh, maybe I'll come and
You're welcome.
see.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's
Sign in?
fine.
No,
Please do.
I mean, I have questions, but
Yeah.
I'll let you
Excellent.
do your thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I
No, if you pay your admission, we don't throw you out. Okay, so we have transfer station discussion. We have a railing that has to be replaced up there.
Jeez.
It goes from it's nothing serious, but before it becomes serious,
Yeah.
it's split, it's like, it was never a complete attached railing.
Uh-huh.
So we're getting prices, Kristen's been calling for prices on getting that replaced, and we have a window that was broken. Did you look into that at all?
He's gonna look at that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So evidently the door to the shed swings open and the handle goes right into the window, so we could put a piece of plexiglass there,
Yeah,
rather
something stronger
than
that can
rather than
handle it.
glass. And that's pretty much the situation there, and then if we take a peek at our
And we have
tonnage.
the new people started,
I'm sorry?
the new guy
Oh,
started.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how's he
Louis,
doing?
did you meet
Louis.
him?
Good.
Yeah,
I met
Good.
Louis, looks like a good choice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Excellent.
very good.
he's excited about it. He's been cutting the lawn, he's been doing all the trimming around
Good.
there.
Yeah.
and
Good.
Yeah,
He's
he's
doing
a
a great
busy,
job.
busy person, so he's not sitting around at
Right.
all.
Oh, fantastic. That's what we needed up there.
And good personality.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
he
good.
does.
Very
Somebody a little
friendly.
more eager to do stuff. That's good.
Mild-mannered, yeah, he's a good guy.
Excellent.
And then we also have,
John Clem.
yeah, John, what's his last name?
Clem.
Is he our alternate?
Oh, I thought it was.
He's our alternate,
Our new
yes.
alternate?
Oh, John, yeah, okay.
Excellent.
I'm thinking of Stevens,
And he's doing
Oh,
good?
no, Bob.
Bob Stevens. Yeah, he's doing good.
He hasn't, I haven't heard back from him. He
He's-
did all the paperwork and he went to go get his physical and I haven't,
Oh, so he hasn't even
he
been...
hasn't been trained yet or
trained
anything.
yet? It was at Saturdays normally, he would go
Yeah,
there
he
and
would
train
train
with
on
the two other guys?
Saturday.
Yeah, he can train,
All right,
yeah.
But by next meeting, we have something to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So do we have to do any motions with the railing or the window? Those are just regular maintenance
No, they're
items,
just,
right?
kind of maintenance
You
kind
gotta
of
do it.
thing,
Yeah.
so.
All right. Tonnages look great, Bob.
Yeah, they do. They've been really,
Amazingly consistent.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, those guys are, they're pretty good.
It is, they are, yeah. Dick does a good job up there.
Yeah, he's got an eye for it now.
And he goes up to check on his off week. He will go up there and
Take
make
a ride.
sure he'll check the bins and everything, so if they have to be, if they had to be taken out,
Yeah, he'll make the call.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, he's a good guy to have around.
yeah, he is.
Excellent.
He is. So,
Just
No,
a
but-
question.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Dan and Danielle, there's folders there for you guys, if you wanna,
Thank you.
if you need them for anything.
Do you have a,
Yeah, the question I had is,
More than welcome to sit there if you like.
Matt took
More than welcome
over,
to sit here if you like.
Matt took over the transition to the old, it wasn't transition, it was transition from year to year of the tonnages and
Matt
Please.
took it over?
Matt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Whatever happened to the effort to go into compression?
We haven't heard anything yet.
Nothing.
no.
Is he still working on that?
I think so, there's a lot of fires right now.
Oh,
It's probably a fires, there's a lot of things going on, not
Alright.
fires, I must say.
all right, I asked my
A lot
question,
of
thank you.
No,
But I'm,
that's,
no, he's,
Kristen's in control, as usual.
Every once in a while, I
Yeah, thank
put the
God
word
for
in,
Kristen.
remind them that, we'd still like to talk about that.
Mm.
yeah. I know he was
I
definitely
say
working
thank you,
on it.
thank God for Kristen, believe me.
And the months keep rolling, but what are you gonna do?
What got my
Can only-
attention were all the trips of cardboard.
Yeah, well, it'd be really nice to start
That was
limiting that.
really heavy in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I know, and we're
flies.
paying a lot of money to go over the road, so
Yeah.
Yep.
it'll be
that's for
nice
sure.
when we can compact that, huh? Jeez.
Was it 189 or something like that a trip this time?
What do you think the compaction rate is? Like 2 to 1, 3 to 1?
We
Cardboard
figured that
3 to
out.
1.
3 to 1.
3 to 1, huh? Jeez, so that's,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
yeah,
7,
I mean, it's a third, pretty much.
A month.
8 times approximately 200.
Yeah, 1,600?
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's a
Cost
third of
them.
that away.
21,000 a month.
Anyway, if you would,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
whatever magic you do.
I know, we could save, 12 plus $100 on that a month, that'd be pretty nice.
That would be nice.
That would help.
Mm.
All right, well,
Okay,
eventually, I guess somebody will talk to us about that.
yes.
Yeah.
It's only September.
When did we start that conversation?
Oh, probably 2 years
April,
ago.
May?
Yeah,
Oh, my
we've
God.
been talking about that for.
That's an ongoing,
Been a while.
okay.
Takes so long.
So now we have our public health nurse.
So I have requested two COVID-19 clinics. This is to the state,
Uh-huh.
and it's gonna be COVID-19 and flu. And one we are planning to have during the Oktoberfest. They
Okay.
will come, and this at the beginning of the month of October. And the second one I hope to have at the end of the month in one of the schools.
Mhm.
Because now with the new updated COVID vaccine more people.
Mm.
Many people were waiting for that vaccine, so
Has there been any word on the flu and how severe it is this year, or?
I haven't heard much about it. It's still early in the season, so they don't have the full picture
Yeah.
yet. But I think next few months we'll learn more about
When
this.
do you usually know if the vaccine is for the variety, the strain that?
I think
This one is, I
It's
think.
here right
It's
now.
here
This one.
already.
Yeah.
For COVID-19, I think it just,
but the
I
flu,
don't-
I think like usually
for the flu, you
November,
mean? Yeah.
December, this is when they
Yeah.
realize if this is the
The
right
right
strain,
one.
right?
Right.
Like beginning
Yeah.
of winter,
Yeah.
they usually
yeah.
fully aware if they see what's happening.
Right.
Okay, so we are waiting still for the state, but I know that they still doing the vaccines. The state is approving the clinics.
Mhm.
They have vendors who do the clinics for them. And next week we were invited to the senior center for their health fair.
Oh.
So Kristen and I will go, and we'll see if Daniel will able to join us,
Hmm.
because we want to use that opportunity to talk to the seniors about emergency preparedness, since September is a emergency preparedness month.
Mhm.
Also about flu vaccines,
Mhm.
answer any questions they may have, or help them to find some information they may be looking for. So we are planning to bring some little gifts for them, and
Oh, good.
What's the date for that?
it's a 28th.
September?
September 28th. It's Thursday from 11:30 to 2:30 at the senior center. You're welcome to join us if you can.
11:30 to what? I'm
To
sorry.
12, to 2:30. So,
Okay.
even if you come for an hour,
Okay,
if you can, that would be great.
thank you.
2:30.
Yes, 2:30. Yes, so this is next week, and we still have
Where
a
was
COVID.
that, in the high school, you said?
No, this is
Senior
the senior center.
Oh, senior center.
Yes, senior center. Patrice is organizing that, and she just invited us to be part of that. And we still have a COVID-19 test, and we see like they are disappearing. Like,
Very, very quickly?
yes, I'm like filling every week, and I just noticed only few left.
Wow.
So I think I have like a one more box, and they are expiring in November anyway, so we wanna, Make them
Has there been
available.
a surge in COVID?
there is more cases definitely.
Yeah.
You know, most people test at home, so I talked to the school nurses, they have some kids.
School's back. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And I still, and I get also the results from those who tested the lab, so I can see the increase.
I see.
But it's a good thing we still have them, people know about them, because we ask the police department and fire to put on the Facebook page and notify the residents. And I made sure, because we are only open 4 days a week,
Mhm.
so I made sure the fire department has some in their entrance hallway, so people can grab them 24/7.
Yeah.
Because that hallway, the door is always unlocked. So I know they were going to put reminders on the Facebook page for the
Mhm.
residents. Some people need on a weekend, before kids go back to school on Monday. So,
Excellent.
Great.
yeah, so this
Thank
is
you very much.
the September update.
The insight, yes. Okay, next on the agenda, we have minutes.
Our health inspector.
Oh, health inspector, yeah. So I'll refer to Dan and Danielle.
I'll go first, Dan. Sure. So at least where I'm concerned, just, when I have an opportunity to come to the lovely little town of Douglas, do some inspections, just following up on a couple housing, issues that we're moving forward with, and dealing with as best we can. And just following up on any complaints that come across, and just kinda chugging along, really. So, I don't know how specific the board would like me to get, but I can be as specific as you'd like.
As long as things are progressing positively.
Concerning the specific housing case that I'm dealing with, I did get further guidance from the state. So it gave me a much clearer path of action that we can take, and the town manager is involved, so I will update him. And then we'll just go from there, and hopefully we can get that property into compliance.
Great,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Dan, do you have anything to say?
My housing inspections, there have been a few. None of them have been as exciting as Danielle's. Most of them are fairly minor violations that I will verify for compliance within a month. There was an ongoing complaint regarding horse manure on Crescent Lane. Right before this meeting, I went to verify that the dumpster had been removed, and I tried to verify if the horse was removed, but no one answered the door. And from what I could see from the public way, it looks like there are no more animals there, but I can't be 100% certain.
Was it a situation where like, they weren't allowed to have animals at that particular?
It's
It was
not
in
the
their
animals.
Yeah.
It was the manure that was the issue. The only reason I was checking for animals is because that was something that the occupant of 19 Crescent Lane had offered as a thing that she was doing anyway. So I was just going to verify it for documentation purposes, but as far as the actual complaint, it's been remediated. The manure is gone.
What was the problem with the manure? Was it just like,
Odor.
She was stockpiling. So,
Close to the neighbors, right, very close.
Immediately next to their property line. And making,
like the pile was like overflowing onto the line?
no, just, she was piling it on the line and not following best practices for composting of manure.
Yeah.
So it was causing an odor that aggravated both of her butters.
How close were the abutters, you remember me? How close were the abutters, you remember me?
Not sure. Within less than 50 feet.
The residents, like home, was less than 50 feet from the manure pile?
From the manure pile? Less than 100 feet, I would say. But yeah, so the manure pile was relatively close to inhabited residences.
One more question, how large of a manure pile? I mean, how many horses, how large of a manure pile were we
2
talking?
horses, relatively significant. I had some pictures that I took. I think I sent them to Kristen, I'm not sure. Did I? I can send them if I haven't.
That's right, just curious, thank you,
Right.
Jim.
So anyway, that one's resolved. Food establishments, relatively quiet. I did visit New Hot Walk just the other week. They had 2 violations that were similar to ones that they had in the past, but they were comparatively minor. So it was definitely an improvement, not 100%. Forward progression
They
is,
seem to be getting there, huh?
Good.
like they were wearing hair restraints, hand washing is good, labeling is pretty consistent throughout, temperature control is pretty good. I neglected to write it on the report, but the one item that I saw that was out of compliance, they did discard, and it was only the one item. Yeah, that was,
Wow, that's definitely an improvement.
To date, though, we have not gotten additional inspections from Mogen.
Oh.
So the last inspection we got from them was early August. So I can double check with them to see when they plan on doing it, because,
they should have sent it by now.
yeah, because it was a 6-month contract that the board
Right.
voted on, so we just want to make
Right.
sure that they're,
Absolutely.
that.
So it's not like last time where we called and it turned out they severed the contract
yeah,
midway through.
yeah. So we'll follow up.
Thank you, that's
Good, yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's good. I'm glad that they're, right, doing it, because
right.
shutting somebody down is not.
Okay.
Not ideal.
Anything else? Any other questions on that? Good? Okay, we'll go to minutes.
No, that's-
No minutes, okay.
We'll do that later.
Yeah.
I don't see minutes.
'cause there was none.
There's no minutes to see.
Well,
Okay,
that's why I
review
can't
bills
see
and
them.
warrants. Any questions on that?
Yeah, we're paying too much money, Bob.
Yes, we are.
I think it should come out of your chairman's salary.
Oh, yeah. You can take all you want.
Right, take mine too.
Even if we contribute all hours, it wouldn't be very
There you
much.
go.
Less than that.
That's insane, huh?
Okay, so much for that.
Everything's expensive, what are you gonna do?
Okay, we have open session topics not reasonably anticipated
Yes, one
48 hours in
question
advance.
first.
Me, yes.
What is micro back?
That's the water testing for the beaches,
Oh, all right.
which is now over.
All right.
Take a break from that for a little while.
So, new business, old
Which we had,
business.
no
Nothing?
beaches that were too high, that we shut down.
Hey, how about Triple E, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, that was, I didn't know what.
Yeah.
Did anybody contract that, or?
Any human cases?
No.
Yes, there were 2 cases.
In our
In
town?
Mas- No, no, no.
Oh, no, no,
in
yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah.
In Massachusetts, 2 human cases confirmed? How are those people doing? Do we know anything about them?
Yeah.
Do they spray anymore or no?
No,
Too cold.
no.
Too cold now?
Not this time of year, but they do the tablets, don't they, during the
We do
summer?
the tablets, yeah,
Oh.
in the solar system, but, I called about spraying, I think it was gonna be something like $90,000 a year,
Oh my goodness.
because of the square footage,
Yeah.
square miles,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would really hurt Bob's salary.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah, my goodness.
I don't know, I don't know.
And then it got too cold by the time Triple E was out.
Yeah.
I get
was
paid
just
in penny
curious.
candy.
'Cause I think I had seen something like a couple of years ago, right?
They
It's up
did,
Remember
this
Penny
time,
they did a couple
and they
years ago,
sprayed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Huh, Dick?
Chemical, according to the
Dick?
source that I had,
Remember
chemical
penny
requires a
penny
certain
candy?
temperature. If
Yeah.
it goes below that, it doesn't,
It doesn't
Remember what?
it doesn't
Buying
react.
penny
Yeah.
candy
Doesn't
as a
work.
kid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, 60.
Under,
Constantly above 60.
above
Yeah.
60, yeah.
Not really.
It's getting down to 50s now.
Oh, it's chilly.
Not typically, not. PC specific.
We can talk about, we're gonna have tire day.
Oh, okay, yes, maybe you can fill us in on that.
I really have nothing to say, but, I just, reached out to get that price list. But do you wanna pick a couple weeks to do it? Do you wanna do the last?
What did we do last
We
week?
usually do like last week in October, first week in November,
Last 2 weeks, October?
whatever you want. So we can, or,
That's fair. Yeah, stay consistent, that makes sense.
Are the rates the same, or are they
I
gonna?
didn't get them yet.
That'll be
Well,
on the
we'll try and
agenda.
keep it as tight as we
Next one.
can, I guess.
So we could do,
Yeah, that's not a moneymaker for us, it's just break even.
Yeah, it's kind of a break even, we don't
Just try to
make,
break even and help everybody out. right?
that's it, yeah. I mean, 'cause otherwise you'd find them on the side of the roads,
Right, exactly,
you know?
yeah, exactly. Plus, we gotta help the town partner.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, we just need a meeting before we do that, right?
We do pretty much everything
Yeah, talk
here,
about it.
just about right down the line.
Mhm.
You know, we try and keep it as tight as we can.
Yeah.
It's, we're representing our people here, so.
For sure.
Well, you see what happens, right? I mean, we had quite a bit of money in the account, and then 2 years later, it's all gone.
And, went fast.
Yeah.
so because I don't know the prices, could we do like the last week of October runs into the first week of November, so we'll end it like November 11th. So run from like the 28th to the 11th.
Mhm.
So good.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah, when can we have the meeting? I mean, because we'll have to do signage
Then
and
we could,
stuff,
well-
so
Yeah,
we should probably have the meeting at least a week in advance of that, right?
Right,
yeah.
Yeah, time to have
That would be,
signage
yeah,
up.
yeah, that would be good.
So what's the,
like the 16th maybe,
16th would be the meeting?
yeah.
I want to be here, but that's so 70, I'm going
You don't
So we
wanna
could, well, we
Zoom
could do
from?
it, we could do the 23rd. Actually, we go away. right?
Yeah, if your phone's broken, you can't.
All right.
Oh, yeah, no.
And then Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
Oktoberfest, yeah. Rained out last year.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good,
No, we'll be selling soap. We'll be there.
It
Yeah.
rained,
Oh,
it
you want
rained
the sound
last
truck?
year,
Oh,
still
yeah.
lots of people.
We'll have the time.
What's that?
It rained last year, but still lots of people.
Well, I really didn't notice.
because it wasn't a washout, like,
I showed up because the guy that was doing the fries
oh, right.
was
didn't-
supposed to
didn't
show up, but he never showed. so,
He's not coming back, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
He's done? Well, there's a few really good food things there and
Mm.
stuff, so he's alright.
Yeah.
But boy, he was a staple for 20
Yeah.
years.
Any good vendors with food? Any
I don't know
new
why he's not
vendors?
coming
New
back.
vendors, a lot of popcorn.
No, the steak guys, the barbecue place, right? They came from Bellingham. Did they show up and do some stuff?
There might be another barbecue one coming.
Good Stuff Barbecue, that's the one, right? They were there last year, I think. They're pretty good.
Have we ever done a full-scale inspection like we do for restaurants? These vendors selling food?
I think we
They get
rely on the
inspected.
vendor trucks being inspected,
In their
right?
towns.
When they're supposed
They
to.
aren't all trucks, though.
No, but we have Ray coming that morning.
Just wondering.
I'm just curious. That's a good question.
But usually, we'll try and, like, if the trucks have been inspected in this area, in one of
Right.
regional towns.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they do inspect the trucks. But Ray will be going and inspecting all the food places.
One other item.
Go ahead.
I went to Ben's a number of weeks ago and asked him what it would cost to pump the septic system.
Yeah.
He's still working on that. He'll get back to us.
They do the pumping?
Yeah,
Vendors probably?
They have a,
yeah.
Stanley still do it too in
Public-
Douglas?
huh?
Stanley still do it too? Is it Stanley's in Douglas that
I don't
used to have
think
the
so.
truck?
I just picked a random septic company.
I mean, we use, personally, we use Chase. You know? I just had mine done this year. 1,500 gallon is almost $500. It's gone way up. Yeah, it's almost doubled in price.
Wow.
Within a
Imagine.
year.
Wow. Imagine there's a lot of solids in that one at the transfer station by now.
Yeah.
That would make you ruffle.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes when you disturb things, things are going well and then, you know,
Yep.
kind of hate
I
to,
know, it's got a little ecosystem in there going on.
that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna mess that up.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Either it's gonna be great or
Successful
it's
there.
it's gonna cost us 30 grand next year to fix. We'll see.
Yeah, that's,
One of two things will happen. We'll pump it and it'll all be good, or
Let's see, where is Murphy on this one?
it's gonna hurt a lot, you know? We'll see.
well, we will see, I guess.
You know who Murphy I'm speaking of, right?
You have something else?
I do.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Do we have anything else?
No, old and new, I have nothing, Bob.
You'd like to have a motion
Motion
after
to-
we get the next meeting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we think we got it, the
Well, I think it's
16th, right?
Very good.
October 16th.
I can go on to
Got me
the
again,
senior
Dick.
center that day too. I'll go.
October 16?
Well, you know what, I was interested in the AAA, but I think we answered all questions. I didn't realize it's too cold to spray. And the towns, you know, the state doesn't cover any spraying, it's.
The state's the one that told me that they couldn't spray right now because of the
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah, the temperature difference.
But like earlier, you know, like when they do spray.
We have to pay for the spraying.
So-
And it was a couple of years, it was a while ago, a few years ago, it was 90,000 for the year, for the
Yeah.
season.
Because Douglas seems to be on the map a lot for AAA.
They all are.
Yeah.
All the towns around here are.
These towns,
Lot of
yeah.
wetlands.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say a lot of wetlands.
Lot of lights. It's like that 1 hour, it's like a witching hour. It's like, I mean, because we sat outside a lot. And it's that one, you know, and it's only an hour long, but it's like 20 minutes before the sun sets to 20 minutes after,
Yeah.
so.
I don't think there's any cases though. like any
Not in
human.
humans, no.
Yeah.
Oh, did you think two in the state?
Yes, I think what I heard last time,
Yeah.
but not in this
But
area.
not in this area.
We always have a few every year in the state. Most people recover, there were a couple. That's not true.
Do they report horses too?
You know, there was some animal.
I would imagine if they go to Tufts or something, they get reported.
I read something about the animal being infected.
You have something?
You ready for a move?
Yes, I am.
Did you have any other
Adjourn?
Yeah, we have a
Yeah,
motion to
I mean, you
adjourn?
know, coming down the pike, of course, with all the building that's going on, the warehouses, I worry about the trucks and all the fumes, and I wonder, you know, what role does the Board of Health have in that?
Not much.
Well, you come to our meetings, you'll find out.
Most people that's right in conservation.
So, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay, motion,
I'll second that.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the meeting is adjourned.